Peace, world. It's the homie Timbo, man. Now we got the bro here. We got CK in the building. Yo, CK, do me a favor. Introduce yourself to the people, man, for those that might not know you.
What's good? You already know what it is, man. It's CK, Corey King, 212 with CK Corey King, man, on YouTube.
What's your opinion on Wack interviewing 6ix9ine? Because that's what the talk has been for the past 2 weeks now. Now, and I see you had some shit on your chest. You had a opinion about it. So what's your opinion about Wack interviewing 6ix9ine?
I think it's corny, man. Like, he intentionally goes out of his way to spite certain people. You know what I mean? I'm not really concerned with the Jim Jones situation, even though what he's saying is bad about Jimmy as well. But I just think he intentionally does these things. I won't even say for attention. I think he does it maybe more so for the bag, but when it comes to this culture, the B is not for sale, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you under oath and you took the same oath that everybody else took, bro, on the West Coast, whether it be one of us over here on the East Coast, the B is not for sale, man. You know, it was a rotten move. You know, this dude told and not only altered but destroyed people's lives. Even on my platform, I keep stressing to people. All right, let's say, hypothetically speaking, that Melly and them was guilty or whatever they was guilty for, right? But we all know Shotty wasn't guilty of that, though. Shotty really was protecting this kid.
Okay.
And he tripped Shotty up in the game, too. All right, let's say them dudes was taken from him, whatever case may be or whatever. We all heard them on tape as well, calling Shotty a roach. Oh, he a roach, he a leech, he a crab, this and that, because he wasn't participating. He was actually protecting young boy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was a cornball move. I feel like, you know, it's like, as long in his mind, as long as the dude gonna break bread with me, I don't care if he's a rat or not. That ain't how that go. You know
okay, so you saying that Shotty was more or less going against some of his own comrades to hold down Tekashi, and now he wound up getting the bad end of the deal. But what do you say to people that say that there was allegations that he had messed around with Tekashi baby moms and all that type of shit? You know what I mean?
Women do what they do. People allow coochie to come into play of basic common logic and good sense.
Now, Wack says he's not a rapper, he's not a gangster, he's a legitimate businessman. Now, so you don't feel that he can interview whoever he wants to because, after all, you know, he's a legitimate businessman, so he says, and he's also in the entertainment world.
He says all this now, right? With Suge had interviewed 6ix9ine. Let's be real. He's a Suge Knight underling. Would Suge Knight had interviewed 6ix9ine, he may have squeezed and put the chokehold on him. He wouldn't interview him, nor would he argue with another dude on whether or not the dude should be in jail because he was heard on a tape recording.
Tekashi has said that during the academic interview that he has regular phone conversations with Suge, so which means they got some type of interaction.
I don't believe that. Plus, we already know I use Suge as an example. Suge not even valid no more. You know what I mean? He had his time, and what come with you keep applying pressure, eventually the pressure bust pipe. He got knocked out. So I use him as an example that Suge in his prime, his heyday, would not have no dealings whatsoever with 6ix9ine. We all know that. We seen during the Snoop Dogg trial. It was a hush code. You think Snoop just beat the case? Not the Suge Knight, the broke in prison Suge Knight right now, that's in need of friendship and company. We talking about Suge Knight, the 385 million Suge Knight in his heyday.
So you're saying that Suge Knight, you saying that it's possible that Suge is making an alliance with Tekashi because, you know, Tekashi out here in the world, he having money, and he's probably someone, you know, even all the shit that he's going through, if I put him under my wing, it could be to my, you know, working his advantage.
Of course, you know Suge hurt. We all know Suge hurting right now. And ain't nobody taking care of Suge. He going to do what he going to do, and dudes couldn't even raise $10 million to bail him out. with all the money that he done made for people and he done went through. So that's to tell you right there, shit hurting right now. You know what I mean? He don't got nothing going on right now. So of course, if he is talking to Shook, that could be the only explanation. They know he's goofy and they're talking to him for financial gain. Simply put. So that's to tell you something. You know what I mean? Then, you know, to combat me calling him out to a boxing match for the culture, might I add, you bring up me going through my emotional moment over Pop Smoke. What was that? To get the West Coast to rally for you? What was that about? You know what I'm saying? Either yes or no, you're gonna take the match or you're not gonna take the match.
Now you said that you called him out.
Simple.
You called him out to to get in the ring or whatever have you, right? Now what led up to that? What was it that Wack said during that interview that you specifically took offense to?
Because he don't know how to just address what he's addressing. He do all kind of East Coast and whatever outside of our city we don't recognize it, we don't see it. He's throwing man shots. My thing is, man, you talk so much. Simply put, I want to fight him because I feel like he talk too much, man. I'm what they call a bully squasher. When dudes bully people, I squash him. You know what I mean? And he bullying on the internet, bothering people, saying, "Loose, I ain't the only person. Look at how many dudes is going at it. You think this is by chance? He ain't popular enough for nobody to want to clout chase him like that."
Let me ask you this. Do you feel that Wack has given 6ix9ine a new lease on life? Because he went from rolling with Shotty and Mel and the whole Treyway, right? Now he got ties with Wack. And the world know that Wack is Pyru. So you think that 6ix9ine is trying to make a comeback by associating himself with Wack to be able to move around?
Of course. Don't you get it? Shows, we know young boy, he showed a little money here and there, but face it, 6ix9ine did a couple little singles here and there, did some decent streams, but he ain't dropped no album. He ain't doing shows. He can't do shows up here. So all he can do is try to troll people, then drop a single and hope it do 100, 200, maybe even 1 billion streams online in order to stay relevant with their music. But face it, without having somebody like Wack on his side, he can't do shows. He need Wack. And my thing is, I'm not mad at Wack taking the opportunity to get to his bag. It's when you did it and you addressed it, you trying to put him on a podcast, you banging on real known bloods from the East Coast. We don't care what they were doing. The point is, they really blood though. All them dudes that they tell them, dudes they telling nobody. They doing time right now. They kept their mouth closed regardless of what happened, who did what. Look at Nuke. Nuke wasn't part of all that shit. Nuke got 15 years. When that shit happened to 6ix9ine, Nuke was on a parole violation. They still wrapped that man up in the middle of that. He was the first one who really had Tekashi. They wrapped him too. Had he stayed with the original form, had he stayed with Nuke, he wouldn't have had those problems. See, he was being a little hip hop. HOE went around, hopping from dudes. Then Shotty finally came home and he under Shotty. But before then, he was with Nuke, he was perfectly fine. Nobody wasn't questioning his integrity. They didn't care about the colorful hair, none of that. It's when he left Nuke, it's when he originally lost his clout. I told Shotty personally, I said, yo, bro, I don't think it's a good idea for you to have him running down an old block in Chicago, all that shit. Yo, the dude is a money maggot. Get your money with him. Don't let dudes have him looking crazy. Pull it. He didn't say that. Have dude pulling stunts. I went to my little bro Sledgy B. Said, yo, Sledge, tell Shotty to slow that up. That young boy get his money. Stop on all the trolling and all the online stuff. I told him that a long time ago. Because I seen what was going to happen. Even they was going to get murdered somewhere in somebody else's city, or the feds was going to swoop in. I warned them a long time ago. Yo, fall back over there. Just get money with him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's that. I wasn't never really totally against it. I didn't like the lemon juice and the white boy eye in the bus. Stuff like that. I didn't like none of that shit. I think it was like a mockery of blood or whatever case may be, with them allowing him to do that type of stuff. But at least I did give the advice for them to, yo, slow down and let him be an artist. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do I think Jim Jones erred? Of course I think he erred. He had the opportunity to give them good, hitful advice, and he failed to do so. And in turn, he gave them negative advice. But I don't think what he said was warranted. Warrants for him to go to jail. Though.
All right, now look.
Be saying, yo,
being that you just mentioned Jim, right? Now leading, I got a question on that too. Now, the Chauncey Dillon, he from Brooklyn. He sent me the paperwork. He sent me the paperwork with in the claims that Freaky Zeke had cooperated at one point in time. Now the critics say that why is Jim and others upset with 6ix9ine when you got somebody out your own camp that has also cooperated in the past as well? Do you feel that they being hypocritical?
Of course. From the gate. First of all, Jaquan, that's the dude who got the time. That's my little man. He's from Albany and Fenimore. He got the time, right? Of course, I feel that way, and I've spoke my opinion to certain dudes. Before Freaky Zeke came home, I had to be around Jules Santana on the regular. Him, Black and Dawn, traveling. They come to Houston, checking with me in Houston. They went around having fun in the hotel. I'm holding a jury, all that. True fact, true story. So I started bringing that up. Everybody was like, so you can't really knock a dude for staying down for his team?
Once you bring it up, what you knew about it? You had heard about it, or?
The dude is my little bro. That's doing time with Freaky Zeke.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's my
now you saying that once you started voicing your opinion about that subject, that they kind of shied away from you?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Trust me, man. I don't turn other cheeks. I don't condone bullshit. I brought it up. I said, yo, talking about 6ix9ine. I said, but Zeke got an issue under his belt too. I got the paperwork too. But the dude, my man Nana is Jaquan brother. I'm in Nana every other day. You know what I mean? Me and little bro talked about that. Like, yo, you see how you brought it up? They acting funny with you now? Yeah, because in there, whatever, that's their childhood friend. And I guess they feel because he's a childhood friend, it can be condoned. It can't be condoned. Telling is telling no matter who do it. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is 6ix9ine chose to be a rat, right? Let him stay in the box where he belongs at. Don't try to bring him back amongst everybody and make it seem like, oh, well, I'm a CK, so because he was CK, he Gucci now. That's my argument. Like, come on. It doesn't matter if me, if it's Wack. None of us have enough clout to cover what he did. And guess what? I'm not even beefing for everybody. I'm really beefing more so for Shotty and Nuke. Why? You Nuke just left it alone. Nuke, you know what? Shorty gonna be a problem. He fell back. Shotty started going hard for him, man, to the point where dudes that he knew his whole life, he started distancing himself, moving differently with 6ix9ine. And I just feel like telling is telling is no justification for it when you are a willing participant of whatever it is you're doing that created that indictment. But he didn't have no type of sympathy or remorse whatsoever for Shotty, bro. And we all know they was turning on Shotty because they felt like Shotty turned on them for him. And he did. He turned to everybody for 6ix9ine.
You know, Tekashi been on Clubhouse, going in on people, so whatever you call it. But if you notice, it's a big amount of people, the younger generation, that don't care nothing about who he told on, and they don't care nothing about none of that. Now he's become a personality outside of the music.
Yeah.
What do you say about that? The people that are accepting him with open arms, because he be in the clubhouse, and the only person that really is, you got some people come in randomly and get at him, but for the most part, everybody's laughing at all his comments, and everybody, everybody's cheering him on. So,
why? He's a good entertainer, bro. I don't feel nothing about it. They have a right. First of all, in my book, they're all civilians, right?
Okay.
They have a right to support that man. By all means. I'm not hating on that kid bag. I don't even hate the kid. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I defended him one time online. Yo, he's a little kid. They know he kind of slow, so they play with his mind. And, you know what I mean? Made him feel like he was something that he wasn't. I went that far to the extent to say that part because really they shouldn't have did that to him. They used him, made him feel he was blood. They knew he really wasn't to get to a bag. So I'm not saying what they did is any different than what Wack is doing right now. But what I'm saying is any civilian, any fan, male or female, by all means, at this show, as your favorite artist, support them. I'm talking about gang.
Okay.
See the difference here? He told on gang. Wack, you gang. Or allegedly, you gang. Why would you do that? Why would you say, oh yeah, well, you know, he was a kid and he was a civilian, not according to the big red Yukon bandana style Yukon. That shit was wrapped in the form of a bandana. Everything he had on was red. Every 2 words, you know what I mean? Blood, yeah, blood. That's not what civilians do. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Now he just came and said, yo, my name is 6ix9ine. That's what's up, yeah, boom, 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 boom. And that happened. You can't really for the civilian. He want to paint the picture like, oh no, he was a civilian. Nah, bro. He was running around screaming blood. Every 2 words is yeah, blood for real, blood. I'm telling you, blood, yeah, blood. Everything he had, red, snaps, so on and so forth, bees on his chain, all that. In his mind, he was blood. His action said something different. You know what I mean? And a large part, he wasn't civilian. They played the mind fucks, and they was wrong for that. But my thing is, don't prance him in people's face like it's okay, Wack. You scream that you Paru all day, be Paru, bro. No interaction whatsoever with an informant. I know Alpo personally. Do you see me talking to Alpo? Do you see me talking to Alpo? Because once he crossed that line, there's no coming back, bro. I'm not gonna run him down and kill him, but I'm not gonna fuck with him either.
Now, CK, you know, Wack does business in New York and on the East Coast. Now, I also believe that he has him and K Slay. Him and K Slay is real cool. They've been friends for a lot of years now. Now, I saw a video where you addressed Wack, and you said you'll pull up on him whenever he returns back to the East Coast. Do you still feel that same way, or you don't have some time to more, you know, think about the situation a little bit more?
Of course, I'm pulling up on him. But my thing is, it wasn't that serious. I made it just for the culture. He chose to put the Pop Smoke shit up there and went a step further. All I said is, yo, Wack, didn't you seem to have so much disrespect for the East Coast? I put money up. I got 20 grand to say, I beat you in a boxing match. We gonna do it for the culture. Gloves up, guns down. He went somewhere else and put the death of a young boy from New York. With me going to my emotions, you tell me, how should I handle that? So obviously, he think that this is some real internet troll playing shit. So how should that be handled?
So now you saying that you wanted to do it for the culture. It wasn't nothing past y'all getting in the ring and duking it out, whatever the case might be.
It. Hey, listen to me, Timbo. We said it. Guns down, gloves up.
True.
To show the youth that if we can't resolve it with words, you can shoot it, and then after that it's over, you live to see them all. We said all that. He did all that. Probably thinking it's a game. I'm sure by now, Chris got here, somebody called him like, yo, bro, you know, son ain't really the one to be playing with like that, right? Somebody called him. K-Slay probably called him like, yo, CK ain't the one for that, bro. They so used to these kids online. Oh, CK, yo, you this and that. CK, you this and that. But those are kids. Those are children. But Wack, you a grown man. I'm a grown man. I'm really from the streets. You see where I'm at right now? I'm a BK right now in the heart. He sent me his number, bro. He gave me his number in my IG. Yo, CK, call me, bro. Because remember, when I first did it, I said, yo, Wack100, you and Blueface making it seem like it's a joke that little bro lost his life. And when he seen the video, he hit me on Instagram. Yo, bro, holla at me. We talk. So now once we talk, just being totally honest with you, now I'm like, you know what? Wack ain't a bad dude. Yo, listen, man, you come to LA, holla at me, man. I come to New York, I'ma holla at you. I spoke to him again in Quad Studios. It was all love.
Okay.
And then he put that online like, oh yeah, I told him I don't give a fuck about his apology. I never apologized to you, bro. We agreed it wasn't about nothing and we moved forward. I never said, yo, my bad. I never said sorry. I said, yeah.
So what was the tone? What was the tone of the conversation though? What was his temperature like? What was his vibe while y'all was talking?
He was vibing with me. We was chopping it up.
Okay.
We was kicking it.
Okay. Now speaking on checking in, now some people say that this band culture, the check-in culture, it's an LA thing and it doesn't work in New York because the politics in New York is different. It don't matter who you check in with. If you got a problem with somebody, they don't care nothing about that.
But Hemi, that's a lie. It didn't start in LA.
Now let me finish my question. Now they're saying that it started at that's the LA thing, and those politics don't hold weight in New York City. Now we haven't seen LA rappers getting murdered in New York, but we have seen New York rappers getting violated in LA.
Nah, first of all, it didn't start in LA, bro, since the 80s. When we was really on that robbing and stealing all that shit. When dudes came, you know what time it is, bro. You from the town. When dudes came in, you know it was a 99% chance they was leaving without their hardware, all that, because they came through and didn't pay homage to the natives.
And depending on who they was with.
Later, thank you.
You gotta be with somebody that's later, strong.
Yeah, exactly. But years later, it just became a mutual respect thing that, yo, listen, if you check in, say he check in with you, and they come around us, Flatbush, East New York, the goons is out. Oh, they were Timbo. They was good. You know what I'm saying? They was good. Regardless of who said what later on, you know where it really started at, Timbo. Come on. You know what I mean? If you came with the right dude, a good example. A good example, up until the rape case, wasn't Tupac good when the man was touching him? Haitian jacking him?
Now, even when Pac would come to New York, this is when Pac and Stretch still had that strong, close bond. When Pac would come to New York, he would tap in with Stretch, and it'll be E-Money Bags. It'll be, he had some of the top goons from New York holding him down. You know what I mean? So this ain't nothing new. This definitely ain't nothing new.
Thank you. That's all I'm trying to say. Even with shit like that, dudes try to make it seem like there's a certain rule that started in one particular place. We know that's not true, bro. I was one of the dudes robbing and stealing. You know what I'm saying? We know that's not true. You know what I mean?
Of course, it ain't even about that. It's about just respecting the turf where you're going. When I go somewhere to do an interview, when I go to work with somebody, if I got people that live in that city outside of what I'm doing, I tap in. Look, I'm going to be over here at this Airbnb. This is what I'm doing. Pull up on me. They pull up. They make sure I'm good. Yo, look, I'm looking for some restaurants to go to. Look, they'll go over here. You'll go blah, 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 blah. Matter of fact, yo, I'm going to roll with you. What we doing? Like, that's just showing respect, man, and letting your peoples know you there. And if they got love for you, they just going to hold you down regardless of money or not. I ain't paid nobody yet to hold me down.
You hear me? That's a fact. You hear me? That's a fact. But what I'm saying is this right here, right? Is that's a whole fact. It's just respect, boy.
Right.
You come through and everybody know you on deck. Guess what? You can't be violating the wild. Everywhere you land at, we're gonna be there, see you to your hotel, and then we go about our business. You know what I mean?
Now let's say Wack pulls up to New York, right? And something was to happen to him. Say worst case scenario, something was to happen to him. Don't guys worry that this could start that whole East Coast, West Coast shit again, that whole shit that we really never really got over, more or less, kind of, you know what I mean? But
bro, listen to me. Before even
I'll put a strain on those relationships.
That's cool, but I'm just telling you, nothing is gonna happen to Wack. Nobody want Wack dead. Nobody want him hurt. But I just want him to see me face to face as a man. I also want him to see I'm anywhere you want to be at. I don't care. Radio, I can get there. You know what I'm saying? Pay homage, show respect, and it gets returned. But you can't keep going on the internet thinking you can say what you want to say and you ain't got to see people. It ain't got to be in New York. He can go to South Carolina. He can go to Florida. He can go to Florida. If you go land there, I can be there like this.
Now that's the same. Now the same thing you just said. Now that goes for both sides though, CK.
I just came with Cali, bro. I'm Gucci in Cali. I checked in Cali.
Okay. Know what I'm saying?
I go to Cali. I checked in. You see the difference?
Because you know, motherfuckers gonna say, you know what people gonna say? People gonna say, yo, you know, CK did all that woofing, Wack came, Wack popped out, and you know what I'm saying? You know, it was all good, which is supposed to be. But you know, the younger generation now, and for the most part, people like drama. So they want to see a conflict with you and Wack. And you know what I mean? Both of you brothers got a whole lot to lose. I'm pretty sure, CK, you got a family. Wack got a family. So the confrontational shit, yeah, it could be good for the internet. But what I'm hoping is when you guys do eventually run into each other, that y'all understand that entertainment is entertainment. And we here right now, we can come to an understanding that we can let bygones be bygones and, you know, do what we're going to do. If both parties are showing that mutual respect. Now, if he disrespect you or you disrespect him, then that's a whole nother thing. But if you're talking like men, of course, you can say what you got on your mind to me, and I'm not going to take offense because as men, we're not supposed to be dealing with all these emotions. So they say.
No, you know, I feel you. Hear me? I feel you. But that's the whole thing. That was the main part. That's the main part of my frustration was he said he told me.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about your apologies. From what you know about me, a nigga gonna tell me that shit, just tell me that, and I'm just gonna say, oh, okay. That's what my problem is. Like, yo, say what you want to say. You can say fuck CK. I'm cool with it, cause you don't gotta fuck with me. But don't lie like you just told me, yo, I don't give a fuck about your apology, and I just ate it. Nobody don't talk to me like that. So when he sat down, like down. So now we went from that to a simple. I'm fighting you. No, I'm not fighting you. To you on lies and you told me. Yeah, I told him I don't care about your apology. Rag lied about that, bro. He's never talked to me like that. Nobody talked to me like that.
You made some comments about Busta Rhymes. Now, what's your issue with Busta? Is it because of his relationship with?
I don't have an issue with Bus.
Okay.
But Bus is a part of my family. I'm the founder of Bus family.
Okay.
So being that he let the those dudes out there, yeah, Busta Rhymes. All right, well, guess what?
You talking about what family? Flip Mode? Which one you talking about?
GKB, Sean. He's GKB.
Okay.
All right. So my thing is, if you want to throw dudes' name out there, all right, well, get around Bus and think Bus not gonna call me. I don't want to kill him. I keep making it clear. I don't want to kill him, but yo, stop being an internet gangster, saying certain shit. I said Juicy name. I didn't know he knew K-Slay. Now I'm gonna say K-Slay name. They're not gonna let you woof, and hide you over here. You gotta see me when you come to my city because you're talking crazy. That's it. So now once we see them face to face, where it go from there is all on him. But I'm with the shits though. I ain't worried about security. I'm not worried about none of that. He can have retired of either off-duty police or security. They mean nothing to me. He the one when I had his way to say, tell Oso Bossy and Corey King I'll be in New York in 2 weeks. He did that.
Okay.
That's when I responded, yo, if you feel so strong about it, you should have said so a couple of days ago I was just in Cali. And I would have pulled up where you was at out there.
Now, do you think that would have been? Do you think that's a smarter move, though, CK? I mean, of course, you know, whacking them. That's their home turf.
Let me tell you something, bro. Ain't nothing to do with East and West Coast, bro. This is what I keep trying to tell y'all. It has nothing to do with East or West Coast. When it comes to LA, I'm a visitor. he's a visitor too. He's not from LA. So as far as I'm concerned, LA is just like being in New York. It's a neutral ground for me. You know what I'm saying? When I go to LA, I fuck with Bloods and some Crips. So I'm Gucci. So remember how it's still to me it's still fair play, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Remember, and I always say this, to us, Cali is the motherland for us. We know where the original form started at. We ain't never not admit that. But I am patched in very heavy out there. I'm heavy in the West Coast, so I don't care where we link at.
Now over here at Info Mind, see, like, you know my vibe, CK. I call you, we bust it up. I might call you, we talk that polo shit. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We be on like a lot of shit that I see. I don't even entertain. You don't see, we don't post it, we don't even get into it. We just sit back, man, because a lot of shit niggas be doing be shit that quote unquote real, you know, shouldn't be doing. So we don't get into it. We just sit back. We do what we do.
So you know I'm not cloud chasing nobody. You also know I'm not a bad dude. You know I'm really a sweetheart until rubbed the wrong way. He rubbed me the wrong way, bro. The shit he's saying, like, yeah, this and that, and you know, like I said before, certain things, and we don't see it, we don't know about it. Bro, why you still throwing East Coast shots though, bro? Like, if you gonna deal with the little dude, deal with the little dude. I only said something because of the indirect daggers he kept throwing.
Right.
A dude from California called it this morning and said, yo, CK, listen, a lot of dudes think that, you know, like you tripping or think that it's East Coast, West Coast. Trust me, a lot of dudes from the West is not jacking that. Also, we understand why you responded. He kept throwing a lot of daggers and indirect shit. That's why I responded. For other than that, I don't have no problem whatsoever with Wack. He just kept doing it to the point where it irritated me. I'm like, damn, bro, just deal with 6ix9ine. And you want to get at Jimmy. But why are you throwing East Coast shots, though?
Yo, that's a fact because you know, CK, you know that once you get out here in the world and you having things, you having money and all that, there's people that look up to you that's motivated by the things that they seen.
Yeah.
The same thing with Wack. There's people, Wack done been to prison. You've been to prison. There's people that's in the can, not just to say your family and your loved ones that's dependent on you, but you got some of the homies that might be in the can that might not never come home, but guess what? They living through you. The pictures they see their man out there in the world shining, riding in big cars and having things that give them life. So why beef where somebody get killed or somebody get hurt or somebody not able to take care of their family at the way that they doing over internet silly nonsense. You know what I mean? So our whole message over here at Info Minds, man, is, you know, we got to do better, man, when it comes to us, man. Each of these guys, we brothers, man. We gotta look at each other like brothers. We gotta look at each other like each other's reflections. You know what I mean? So that's what I be on.
And for the people that's out there listening, it doesn't matter if you West Coast or East Coast. This is not a coast thing. It's not a gang thing. This is a difference between two men. Y'all know me, cocky, arrogant, braggadocio. Y'all know Wack, cocky, arrogant, braggadocio. So let us be who we are. Choose a side. To choose a side would be foolish. Why? We not looking to kill each other, man. All right? And just to take that out of the air, we don't want to kill each other. But yeah, we have a difference, man. You know what I mean? We have a difference of opinion, difference of word. It may appear that I may have, you know, said something to him in favor of Jim Jones. No, I didn't. Info asked a very beautiful question. Why would we only focus on 6ix9ine when Freaky Zeke is guilty of the same thing? So that's not what it is. My thing is, you know, he could have did it a little bit more class to it. He didn't have to throw East Coast daggers and shots. And some of the stuff was right along the conversations that me and him had. So I felt like he was pulling at my coattail to begin with. I'm like, damn, when we just had a conversation to say it was all good, and what we argued about, he was throwing daggers in that direction. I said, damn,
now, CK, I seen the video, man. The 3 white boys, they tried to run down on Wack. I seen the left, man.
He ain't get busy. He ain't get busy.
I should have put in some work now. He got a
Nah,
track
he was-
record.
he was
He got a
working.
track
He
record,
was
man. He got a
working.
dead arm.
Look. He did a couple little swing, and then started talking.
Yeah, but it was 3-on-1
Come on,
though.
bro.
CK, once he took the heart from one of them, so that slowed his boys. That slowed his bodies down.
I would have been digging on that. Bing, bing. I'd have been digging on that, man. You know what I mean? From close range, I'd have been digging on that. Bing, bing, bing. I'd have broke me a nose. Clack. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You know, that's the favorite spot for the white man. You got to break their nose. Clack. You know what I mean? But we respect you. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, I don't hate Wack, but I don't even have a problem with him besides his mouth, bro. Like, he could have did all that shit he did without. I think sometimes he be wanting to pull on that type of shit. I think he like for everybody to attack him. That's his form. He one of them dudes that he like to talk shit and break shit down while he doing it, bro. So I'm not knocking him for it.
The man is in his 40s, man. He trending with the youngsters. He doing something right. His name is on that, been on everybody's mouth for the last 2 weeks. I mean, he keeping himself relevant. And a lot of dudes our age, CK, they can't really say that. You know what I mean? So whatever he doing, he keeping himself relevant. He keeping the numbers generating behind his mentions. So, you know, I mean, hey, hats off, man. Continued success to him, man. Continued success to you, man. And I'm gonna get out of here. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. CK, it's been a pleasure chopping it up with you. You got to come back on, man. We got to do this a little more often, man.
I'm gonna come on. The next time you see me, I might be on Wax shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
At the end of the day, whatever. At the end of the day, whatever, man. You know, I don't think that it's unhealthy for us to have adverse opinion. He just pissed me off with the Pop Smoke thing because that was a very serious situation. That's it. Other than that, I can deal with the back and forth, the chitter chatter. We all do it. We all got our little angle where we just talk shit. That part right there, I think it was a low blow to do that though. That's the only thing that got me mad. The other shit I can deal with.
Anything you want to say in closing?
Basically, man. Look out for that Hybrid album about to drop shortly after the Natural Active album. As you can see, Nitro been on the radio kind of heavy lately. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, shout out to Nitro.
So, shout out to Nitro, whatever. And after the Nitro project, look out for that Hybrid album. It's gonna be hosted by a celebrity DJ. That's all I can give you right now, because we're not done putting all the pieces together to know whether we're gonna use one DJ or three. We just putting it together right now, whatever. But we put a nice little collection together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we're gonna go there.
Peace and love to the whole Info Minds family. Thanks for everybody's support, man. Y'all already know love is love, man. From the Info Minds family. Yo, CK, I appreciate you, man. Be safe out there in the streets, man.